Hello my fellow ship friends, welcome back to another video about the construction of the San Felipe. As you can see in previous videos, I concluded all the deck structures. Today I finished the capstan and the entrance of the ship. One of the big changes the past few days was the installation of all the port guns. So in this video I show you how I installed all the guns on the ship's port. As you can see here, I have specifically chosen not to install them all because I wanted to show how a ship can, at least partially, look without all the guns being deployed. In this video there are 4 major parts. In the first part I will show you, and this worked for me very well, how I can assure that the holes drilled in the gun ports are in the exact center of the gun ports. Phase 2 of the video is an easy and quick way, for me at least again, to paint and weather all the guns. Phase 3 is the attachment of the guns in the ship's hull. And finally in phase 4 I show you how I fix all the hatches of the guns. So let's take a closer look how it looks. But before looking how I drilled the holes in the center, don't forget to click the subscribe button if you want to follow the construction of the San Felipe from the first row. So now, phase 1, how I drill the holes in the center of the gun ports. So to be sure you drill exactly in the center of this gun port, you can of course measure the both diagonals and make a mark, but as it's painted black, it's not that easy to see the mark. So I always make such a little piece of wood exactly on the same size as the gun port. It's not that easy to put it in. I have this marking below to be sure that the same orientation is used every time. And when I could place it in, I place it on the same side, take the drill, make some place, and drill. And then of course the trickiest part of this is to get it out, and this can be sometimes a real pain. So put it out. But the result is the center hole is always very nice in the middle, and that's of course the purpose of this. So I have to attach 44 of these guns in the holes I just drilled, and then you have to paint them gold and weather them. It's rather difficult to do this on the ship, so I will drill 44 holes in a piece of wood, attach them just like this, and then it's much more easier to paint and weather these guns before attaching them to the ship. It does not have to be perfectly gold everywhere, as later on I will apply the carbon glue water mixture for the weathering effects. So it's okay if you have some stripes left, but everything has to be covered in gold. You may try, and now it's your turn. 40 more to go. Be sure that the paint is not too thick. So all of my guns have been painted, and they have been drying for about a little hour. They're now ready to be treated with my water carbon glue mix, and then here, especially in the gun holes and around the edges, there will be carbon sedimentation, giving this typically black weathered view. And of course I will be treating them 360 degrees around the entire gun. So let's get weathered. So the guns have been drying overnight. Let's take a look how it looks like. Voilà. Yes, that's exactly what I want it to look like. You can see the carbon sedimentation in the gun hole, around the edges, giving this a nice old weathered view of the entire gun. In the meantime, I have been drilling the holes again with a 2.5mm drill bit to make sure that the guns do fit in the hole. Just clearing a little bit. Fitting a non-painted gun. And it's right in the middle, as it should be. Yes, she's looking great. Now that all the guns are painted and weathered and drilled holes are ready to place the gun, we place them using contact glue. We put the drop on the internal part of the gun and place it in the hole. This is the last chance to do some orientation corrections. The hatches of the gun ports are fixed last. It's the first time I'm fitting this type of hatch. The hatches in the previous ships I built, either I had to make myself or a space was provided for the chain, in this case the cord, to attach through. And through this chain, in the gun room, they could pull and open the hatch by pulling it. And here you can see the hatches I had to make myself for the Waza. And this is the hatch I'm now using for the San Felipe. And as you can see, the details, the hinges, are already made in it. But there's no room for a cord to put through, so I have to fix the hatch on